Alright, here we are at the newly updated Charlotte Roval with a different backstretch chicane, or whatever they call it now. It's much better, if you ask me. Anyways, we're gonna just get to it with the keys to the race car, number 1. Tires, number 2, is gonna be the track's a little difficult because it's easy to overdrive. Like right there, if you overdrive it, you'll probably die. And that's just something to watch out for. Overdriving the corners is a bad thing. So number 3 would lead to, number 3 would be, people aren't going to be used to that challenge, so I'd watch out for people throwing it in way too deep, or people, taking it easy because they don't want to, cause any on-track shenanigans, so you might run into them, or some people might run into you. Typical road course stuff. Anyways, let's get to the lap. Alright, here we are about to take our lap. Fixed setup, fixed weather. Made no changes to the fixed setup at all, not even brake bias, so it's all default. And the track temp, I got a 118. I just clicked test car on track under the fixed series, so yeah, that's what it gave me. So after we do this lap here, I'm going to go back and just briefly explain, so I'll probably just like do half the speed, I guess, and explain each corner really quickly. So let's see how this lap is done right now. Alright, so there you have it for 117.5, I believe. So let's, I already backed it up, so we're going to make our way into 1. This is a half speed, by the way, and I'm in second gear, so I'll be braking pretty hard right here between the 1 and the 2 marker. Trail braking, and I'm releasing the brake slowly as I enter the corner. Then I should be rolling at this point and back on the throttle, actually, pretty quickly. Car gets a little bit loose, bouncy, because it's just a terrible setup if you ask me. Still in second gear. Here, when you go to brake, the car's rear end does get pretty light, but you want to get as close as you can to the blue curb without touching it. You want to drift out here a little bit. You can see my inputs. We're going to try to drive off this corner as straight as possible. So we're still in second gear, by the way. This corner is much of the same as the last corner. Be careful because the rear end wants to step out. Use throttle and brake to control it. Try to get it to roll as much as possible. And try to get as close to the inside wall as possible. And again, for the acceleration, you want to be as straight as possible, going over this crest or whatever. And here you want to get as close to the blue cones as you can. Drift out all the way to the outside wall. Gas up a hair, then brake right after that to get it set up for the inside corner. Here you want to play with the throttle because it can be hit or miss depending on what the car wants to do. So we were in second gear, then third. We're going to shift to fourth, which you'll see right there. So the whole infield was in second gear. So we're in fourth gear. We're going to be braking hard right past this 4 marker, all the way down to second gear. You can see fourth and third gear were fairly quick and close to each other. This is just the way the gearing was. Here you want to use the curves just enough to get the car to rotate. Use all the traction on exit. We're still in second gear. We're going to shift up to third. right about here. And then fourth. I guess stay as close to the line as you possibly can, but we're also going to be braking quite a bit late. I say right before those pit barrels. So right here, I'm on the brakes hard. Fourth, your third gear, second gear. Again, use the curbs, but not too much, just enough to get it to turn. The car wants to bounce like crazy, and that's how you pretty much get through the course. Alright, that's it for this track guide. I wish I could have been a little more in-depth with it, but just ran out of time like usual, and yeah. Either way, it doesn't really matter how fast you are at this track. Just, I say keep it on track and run pretty decent laps, and you'll probably end up with a good result. Depending on your split, of course, but whatever. Anyways, Sim Racing Chewy sign.